know a lot of our younger members wonder, what the heck is it about Diane? These older folks keep bringing Diane up, but Diane was a power to be reckoned with here in Huntsville. She was looking for a way to have a good old girls network, as opposed to, it always being the good old boys. She wanted the women to be able to have influence in town.
So Diane and I were having a glass of wine at her home one night, and she said, "You need to be a member of Committee of 100. And when Diane Weston told you, you need to, you did it. So immediately I go out and complete the application and become a member of Committee of 100, and that organization had a little different focus because they were looking for wonderful community leaders and business leaders to serve in the political arena so that we could have the best political process possible at the local level.
There weren't any women winning or even nominated for the Small Business Awards, the Chamber's Small Business Awards. It might have been more male-oriented at the time, but Diane and Sherry both noticed that there were no women-owned businesses that were nominated. I mean, it's hard to win if you're not nominated, so that was their mission, was to make sure that there were more women-owned businesses that got nominated. Subsequently, that's been one of our missions, and we proactively nominate deserving businesses, and we have had a lot of winners over the years.
The men at the table respected and loved Diane. When Diane passed away suddenly, those men, all those key players in Huntsville and Madison County politics, grieved as hard as we grieved.
I built a strong relationship with all these wonderful, powerful women in the community. And when I knew it really meant something was I was at the Chamber of Commerce at a big annual dinner, and all of these women would come up to me, and my CEO would come over and he would say, "How do you know them?" And instantly it gave me some credibility.
Well, first of all, if you have an ability, they'll be sure to put you on a committee that will use that ability. We've got travel agents and lawyers and bankers and realtors and all manner of folks. And all the ladies in the group will try to patronize the others in the group and use their special talents because they know them.
I've probably never been involved with a group that had so many strong leaders. Everybody on the board and everybody who's chairing a committee, they just do what they're supposed to do. It makes my job so much easier.
And honestly, the nonprofit end of WEDC, I was just commenting on with other members that this is the most well-run nonprofit we know of in Huntsville. Women just get their work done.
After about 35 years in the banking world, I left that, retired from banking, and needed to do something new. Felt like I needed to do something new, but really wasn't sure what that was.
So for about 10 years, I had worked with my family assisted living business, worked with my brother and my parents, my husband. Just really sort of personally, it was emotionally difficult for me. And I remember I sat there and cried that day because I just didn't know how to handle what was going on in my life.
So when I got to Huntsville, my plan was to be a CPA. I had got my bachelor's degree in accounting, I had done my MBA, I was ready to sit for the CPA. That was the plan. I was lucky enough that WEDC helped me get a job at an accounting firm here in town, and I started working there, and I didn't like it. It was one of those oh no moments.
Through this group of ladies, they helped me find that niche that I could bring to the business world.
And their support was really instrumental in my being able to figure out a way to sort of gracefully step out of the family business and achieve my personal goals as well.
But without the support of the members of WEDC, I would not have had the courage or the confidence to start my own business.
So WEDC helped me work through that, the women, and finding an opportunity to do the things I loved and for my degree to not be in vain. And so I was able to pivot and find a job in government contracting, and I've been there for a year, and I absolutely love it.
My hope is that in 25 years that somebody can look at that group of WEDC and women and say, we're just as passionate and we're just as focused on supporting and helping women as those four women were when they first started.
And I talk to young people, I talk to young business women, and I find that even though maybe intolerance or ways where they might appear marginalized are more subtle, it's still there. You know, people still have to learn and grow.
And I know that everyone who has ever been in WEDC would love to say that this organization has legs and that it has the focus and the passion to keep on marching down that road to support women, whatever that new path might be.
It's really one of the most fun organizations I belong to, too. I mean, we're pretty crazy. I mean, you know I am, but it's just we have a lot of outlets for release and relief with each other.
WEDC does a retreat every year, and they have since the early days. It's a really great time to bond and spend time with each other. We went on a hike. There was a rope that kind of held you up against a very steep sort of cliff to go down, and some folks have trouble with their knees and this, that, and the other, and some folks, it was really hot and we were getting ready to turn back. We had some folks at the front who were going, "Oh my God, it's gorgeous up here. When you get around the corner, you'll see it's worth it. Don't stop. Don't go back. Come on, y'all." And then there was, the person who said, "Hey, I'll lend you my walking stick, and here, give me your hand. I'll help you up." The things that people said along the way hiking just really struck me as being part of the WEDC story and what we're all about. Let me give you a hand. Here, borrow my tools to get where you need to go. Come on, I'm going to cheer you on. It's going to be great when we get around the corner. Don't turn back now.